Hi guys, so today I've cut some of these jack-o'-lanterns from wood, and the file that I've created has all 5 of these designs here, and they're in 3 different formats. So the 5 jack-o'-lanterns that you see you will receive, but they will be in this plain with no hanging hook design. So each of those with no hanging hook is in one file. In the next file we've got ones with these hanging hooks on them, again all 5 designs with the hanging hooks. And then the next one that I've done is another file with these little feet or stands on them, and those are to make into standing ornaments, I guess you could call them. So again, all 5 but as standing. And included is this little foot, so it slots in just like this, like that. There's another piece for the base that you can use on top as well, or rather underneath I should say, not on top. So that's the files. Now I've cut these quite small, as you can see. This one's under 5 inches, hanging ones are under 4. But obviously if you were to make these much bigger, then they would be maybe easier for smaller kids to paint or decorate. My kids want to do these with those paint pens, so we should be fine with these small lines and things. Obviously with the standing ones, we could make those up to, well, as big as your laser will allow, I guess. I was thinking of maybe cutting them about 6 inches. This ruler is like 8 inches in total, so this is about 6, so it's a little bit bigger. Maybe we could go to 8. If I do that, I'll do another video and show you how it comes out. I think that would look awesome painted. But I did want to speak just briefly about kerf, and when you're using the stand ones in particular, because I'm not sure everyone's aware of this. I certainly wasn't aware of it when I got my laser and started playing around with files, is that when you get this standing one, for an example, obviously this size needs to be the same here. This piece and this piece is roughly the same size, but getting this piece here the right width, I suppose its height, when you look in the file, it's the height of this, that needs to be correct to ensure you get a really nice fit like that, so it doesn't fall off or anything. And I looked into kerf, and there's lots of different ways to work out your kerf with your laser, but one of the best things that I found, and I just wanted to briefly talk about, is these slot sizes. Now this one is from Big Blue Laser and it's free. This is just a little one that I have just hanging on the pegboard there at all times, and one of the great things about it is I will cut whatever I'm going to cut as a standing ornament with this little slot in it, and then I will just come along and see which one fits the best, just like that. You can just see that one's way too big. And very recently I made some potion bottles and other things for Halloween. They're on my other listings, and these were all cut. This piece which goes into the base is this black acrylic. This was all cut from one sheet of black acrylic. I've done loads of different designs in it, but even with that one sheet of black acrylic, I've had to adjust this part on some of the bases because the acrylic was slightly smaller. So I just wanted to make you aware of that even though the file is set up with a set size for the material, it's set for, I think it's 0.5 0.1181, which is like the standard size for a piece of 3mm wood or acrylic. However, obviously depending on your material, it may be different. I have some digital calipers and I went around a few of my sheets of acrylic, and they were all meant to be 3mm, but some measured up at 2.8 and others were 3.2. So this is where you may get this variation in the slot size, and you may just need to adjust that slot just to make it snug like that. Obviously if you're close, you could maybe just use some glue and it would work fine, but I really like it to fit well. So I just wanted to touch on that, and obviously wanted to show you these. We're gonna try and paint them with those paint pens soon. I'm gonna give them to my kids. I think they're called, is it Poshka pens? Something like that. So yeah, we've got 3 pumpkins with different faces. And this one, I like to call this one pumpkin spice latte. And then we've got a pumpkin witch. I'm going to be working on some more designs as well. As I said, these could be used for like activities for a kid's party, or a party favour, or the ones that stand could obviously be used for Halloween tier trays or outside decorations or something like that. So I just wanted to show you them before we decorate them, and I will come back later once we've had a little shot at colouring them in, and we'll see how we do. Hey guys, so we're back and we've been colouring. I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, just for reference. So we've been colouring them and adding a little bit of shade and light and all that kind of stuff. So this is how they've come out. These are with the acrylic paint pens. I think they look good. Obviously, as I said earlier, these lines are quite thin at this size. This is quite a, it's like that big in my hand. It's not huge. If you wanted to do these for smaller kids, maybe make them bigger, especially with the standing ones. They would look great, much bigger as well, and it would be easier to paint. But I think for older kids and for adults as well, I mean, adults like to colour things, these would be great. So I just wanted to show you the finished product. Here they are. There's a link below to my Etsy store if you're interested in purchasing these, and if you do, leave me a review with a photo. I'd love to see how they turn out. Thanks now, bye.